In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're off and running from Houston. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He's got it inside the 25. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down throw for Allen. It is caught left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And now they have a 1st and goal. Pacheco does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the run. And how about this? It brings up 4th and goal from the 1.
Well, this defense has risen to the occasion. And now, Kate, they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bears finish up an excellent opening series. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Returnable from the 1. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Safe, boys. Let's go.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
On first down, here's Daniels. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Daniels on first down. On the move, headed right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Now we have 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, Daniels escapes the pocket. He's got it at the 5. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with first and goal. Trying to run it in, Achane. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. 3 yards on the gain. Now they just need 2 more on second and goal.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Chased out to his right. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans finish off their opening drive. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Throwing now on first down, Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Second and 10 now. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. This one intended for the running back. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Hyatt going to motion over left. Allen on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. First and 10. Here's Allen. He finds Woods. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. To the air again. Allen. The back grabs it. Touchdown, Chicago. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Look, and he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Texans 7.
Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. Across midfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. From the gun, it's Daniels. Forced out to his right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's 2nd down coming up. Play fake here, Daniels. He's got a man left. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. 2nd down carry for A.J. And he's over the line and in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Devon A.J. with the touchdown. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Texans tie things up at 14. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. And normally that equals disaster, but it gets out of bounds and ends in a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Allen. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Hyatt going to motion over left. Second down, Allen throwing again. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. They motion the slot man right. Allen now on first down. He lets a heater go deep middle. He's got it inside the 10. And in for the Chicago touchdown. PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Wow, wide open here, complete. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kid, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And now it's 2nd down. Now Daniels to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
3rd and long for Daniels. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
These scouts in the NFL, man, they scour the country, right? Coast to coast. You know what they're looking for with defensive players? They are looking for game wreckers. And that is exactly what this defender has done. He has wrecked this offense with back-to-back sacks. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. and set, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. Don't think he's going to get much, if any, as he heads out of bounds right near the line.
All right, we'll call that one a drop. He escapes, quarterback does. He avoids taking the sack. He's also denied a gain of any kind.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he got this close to midfield before going out. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They send a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, Allen. He fires one deep down the middle. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Chicago. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, Daniels. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans with a long field ahead.
Ridiculous, take him out.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They've got a man in motion. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. Still finding room past the 45. Devon A-Chan. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it sets up a Houston first. From the red zone now. Has it down close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Now Daniels off the play action. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans make it a 1-score game before halftime. You can't blame him for biting on that play action, Brock. Down at the 1-yard line, you're expecting it to be a run, which made that pass play the perfect call.
Show those defenders what they want to see, what they're expecting to see. So when they give them that little run fake and pull it back, it's touchdown offense.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. He's on the move. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Hyatt going to motion over left. Throwing now on 1st down. Allen. Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down throw for Allen. Hyatt with the grab. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Again, Allen to the air. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. Allen gonna throw again. And he has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears will add to their lead at the end of the half. Now the PAT try coming up. And the kick is good. And the Bears drive their lead to 11. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. Oh, he put everything he had in it. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. That is as efficient as an offense can be. 1 play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the 2nd half. We're underway. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there. Working quickly here. From the 34. On the move, headed right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Escapes a defender. Space on the right. He's got room. 20, 15. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take the lead right away in half number 2. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. Mevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans push their lead to 3. all set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Here's Allen. Rolling left, buying some time. He takes it himself.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, denies the first down.
On the draw, it's Pacheco. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Motion man sent left. First and 10. Here's Allen. He's got it! Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Caught quickly on the slant. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw now, Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
It has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Bears take a 4-point lead. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Starting from the 5. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Getting out to his left. He's on the move. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
A-chain on the inside give. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Third down run from A-chain. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense in the hurry up here. Looking to throw. He finds it beyond the marker. He's got it. That's going to be a first and more. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A-Chan, a first down carry. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 28. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. Third and long for Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He finds Ward. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Allen now on 1st down. First real mistake, that's intercepted. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Texans will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up.
Touchdown, Houston! The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first one. You just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. And puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
So now the Texans decide not to pull the offense. They're not kicking. They're going for 2. Play fake here. Daniels. And the pass is caught. 10-2 more onto the score. Well, it may be stating the obvious, partner. I do that sometimes often. But tight ends, such a mismatch this close in. And no surprise, they win his way for that 2-point conversion.
Yeah, it's one of those guys' security blanket. Whether he's designed to read or not, this quarterback knows that tight end's a great outlet. Why? Because often they're bigger and they're stronger. Even if they're double teamed, there's still that chance to get that entry pass like a great post in basketball. They know how to finish.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's trying to push the field. He steps in and makes the interception. And the Texans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
That's now 2, Kate, that they got him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. He finds Fant. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down. It's a pickup of 11. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Running left, here's A-Chain. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. A-Chain again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll stick with A-Chain. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll send him over right. Daniels on 1st down. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Trying to find A.J. Brown. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Chased out to his right. Fits it through the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's a handoff for A-Chain. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Working quickly here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 16. The throw is caught. And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Back to throw it. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Ooh, play clock running out. D'Amico Ryans calls for a timeout. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Big moment for Harrison Mevis here. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. Mevis able to knock it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a two-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Flush down out to his left. He just throws this one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Play action now with Allen. The Texans throws it in, and they will get him. That pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Handoff running left, A-Chain. Down to the 10. Has the Houston touchdown. The Texans can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just a positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. Yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Working from the gun. It's Allen. Putting the body on the line for his team. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Forced out to his right. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, Allen. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Darius Slay has it.
This is a time of the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field. It starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
All right, let's control the trenches. Right now, let's go get set. Let's get some yards, boys. Those chains, keep them moving. Right here, take it to
now a handoff to A-Chain. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Third and short, Daniels. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
The Bears take over first and 10.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From his own end zone, Allen has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets hauled down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Now Allen off the play action. Buying some time right. Trying to push it deep downfield. Big gain downfield. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. New set of downs for him from the 46. Allen gonna throw again. Escapes out to the left. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. This is caught inside the 15. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
One final shot here. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left. So a positive note at the very end in this loss. The Bears get it back to within 2 possessions. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always, always emphasize effort on the field. And reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he won't reel it in, but wouldn't get them the win anyway. Instead of a 1-point loss, it's going to stay at 3. So it's the Texans who defend their building and take the win. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before barely saw at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, on crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.